What's up, Kamira?
You ever see a big what is it? Big Trouble in Little China?
I have. I've seen that in theaters.
Man,
That
how
shit was
old are
awesome.
you? Holy
Ancient.
hell.
I am ancient. I am ancient. Shit was good too, dude. Fucking awesome. Not Kirk Douglas. Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah. The Thing. Yeah, that's a very
Dude,
strange movie. You have to like watch it like several times.
it is. It's very strange. You know that dude, one of the henchmen in there, they made a documentary about him. It's Henchman for Life. Yeah. On
Hmm.
I think it's on Netflix or it might be Prime, something like that. And it's badass, dude. Like that dude's been they hired him because he can do a backflip and put his footprint on the ceiling.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that was the director's thing. Like he would tell him hey, mark that ceiling. And he would do a backflip and just mark the ceiling. It was crazy. Oh, I forget
Yeah,
his name. Let me
I've
find
been
his
watching
name.
you draw this entire time. Like you're so fast with drawing. It's kind of amazing.
Nah, not really.
Well, I mean, you did like 3 sketch cards in 1 hour.
I did that. I did. And I also did a Conan piece in an hour.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why everyone was saying like Hulk or whatever. Like Conan's a fucking badass.
Well, I dig the Hulk because there's so
I've
many
never.
different forms of the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to do like a barbarian Hulk, you can do that with World War
Well, yeah,
One.
like
You
Planet
know?
Hulk or whatever.
Yeah,
But
Planet
if
Hulk
you're
was
doing like,
fucking amazing, dude.
well, yeah, I like Planet Hulk, but I'm talking about like mainstream Hulk. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they got Immortal Hulk too. Like Immortal Hulk was it's kind of like the horror version of the Hulk. Yeah. Dude, I've been trying to get a hold of those issues. I think that's my next thing to collect is going to be Immortal Hulk. Yeah.
The old stuff or the like the new stuff? Because there was an Immortal Hulk series. Yellow
Old
Flash was
stuff.
reading. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the old because that's what Eddie said was the good stuff. It's the old stuff. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Because there was an Immortal Hulk series everyone said was good, and then they started talking about climate change, and they're like, oh,
yeah, no, yeah. Eddie said that. Eddie, I was talking to Eddie, and Eddie goes, he said, "Yeah, dude." He said, "Fucking the Immortal Hulk was fucking awesome," and then one day it wasn't,
yep,
and it was the same writing team, artist and writer, still
yep.
writing the book, and it just wasn't anymore. You know, and I'm like, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do it on purpose. They like, oh, okay, we have to make this book terrible. Oh, okay, no problem.
Well, apparently, um, they can do that, but the higher ups are like, it's time to fire motherfuckers unless this shit starts turning a profit. So good luck with that, motherfucker.
Yeah, like 5 years later, they're now learning that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, now they're desperate for sales, so they put out Immortal
It's
She-Hulk.
it's too late. Oh man, I saw that Winter Hulk, and I'm like, man,
Oh, Winter She-Hulk.
or whatever, Winter Trans Hulk, whatever.
Yeah,
My God, what's
dude,
wrong
that
with
was
these people?
horrible. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is your answer to making sales? Like Immortal She-Hulk?
They should just like I don't think they understand the gravity of the situation. Japan manga has conquered the United States.
They have. They've
The,
completely destroyed any like dominated the comic book industry in the US. You
dude,
know.
I know it's not a fair like people keep saying, "Oh, I can just get 200 pages for $10." Like, yeah, like there's these chapters that are in Shonen Jump once a week, and over time it's collected. Yeah, I can just pick up something off Amazon for $10 plus shipping. Like, it's almost not fair. And then they have
Well, I
like,
don't know that. I don't know about that because I tried to get Chainsaw Man off of and I can't get that for $10, dude. I'm being straight with you.
oh,
I
well, it's becoming
cannot.
popular, so it's going to be more. Like, I tried to get, well, the same author did a book called Fire Punch. It's basically
Yeah.
just a guy who's on fire all the time. Uh, Someone described it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. And I'm trying to get it, and it's like 25 bucks on Amazon.
What's
So
up,
once
yes
something,
City School?
hey, so once something becomes popular, then the price will go up. Yeah,
No, I get that. I
yeah.
do really. I just like but if you notice the more popular manga becomes in the US, the more expensive it becomes. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
people will pay for it.
no, that's why I'm saying like
Yeah.
before it was just when it was just limited to to uh you know Japan, like it really wasn't a big deal. Like it wasn't that much money or anything like that. In fact, I'll make this prediction. I'm going to think that I'm going to say like the manga artists are going to start selling their original art, you know,
Hmm.
instead of just throwing it away because that's what they were doing, right? They were just tossing it after they were finished with it. Like it wasn't a big deal with them. Like they don't see any type of collector's value in that. And
I
but
don't know who told me this, but it was when the Ninja Turtles became popular, or when some Japanese company was buying all the original art of the Mirage Turtles.
they did actually, except they. Well, what happened was, from what I understand, was this: there was a Japanese company that was going through and buying all these indie like comics, like all the pages from them, right?
Yeah.
And but what had happened was Laird and Eastman had sold all those pages at
Oh
cons and
no.
shit like that. So they never had those pages anymore.
Uh,
so so they missed out on millions of dollars because, well, I mean, it's not like they never had millions of dollars to begin with, but
yeah.
still, you know. And yeah, it was crazy. When I heard about that, I was like, holy shit. You know? And then I started thinking, I gotta get those pages back at Rockabilly Road Trip. Non-devils.
Yeah, I have some Canalis art from SOS. I think I'll just keep it for now.
Yeah, just for now. Yeah. Just until we have some confirmation on that bullshit. Yeah, but that's what happened with that. Like I don't know how many different I wonder if well no, Don Shin never owned any of the hamsters artwork. I don't think he did. That was all the artists that he hired. Like he
Right.
didn't try to get it. Which is kind of crazy because I mean, like, do you even think about collecting any of the artwork from Testament? Like contacting the artist and being like,
Oh, I did contact him, and I thought about selling it on the campaign, but that was like when we were halfway done.
but
I
I'm talking
probably.
about just keeping it, like just keeping it
Oh,
yourself.
I might. Yeah.
But you have you thought of that? Have you thought about doing that in the past, or is it just now occurring to you?
No. I just didn't realize how like original art.
Do you? But do you find that as something like? Do you want it because you want to collect it, or do you want it because it's like something personal because it's part of your project? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Personal, but if it becomes something and I can flip it, then yes. Like it's a
there's
combination.
money involved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a combination.
Yes. Damn it. Damn
Yeah,
it.
we got 1 month left on Testament. I have like a little timer thing, so it's
Ooh,
all fancy and stuff. Um, there was like a delay with getting some pages, but we're back on it. So we're like 1 page away from the main book being done. Then we have to do the first 12 pages of the next book.
that's awesome. Yeah, you
Then we
guys.
will be done. Yeah, I hired another colorist to speed things up for book 2. So
You know who
yeah,
else did that was Anthony Figueroa. He hired a fleet of colorists to
hmm,
get his book finished. And you can kind of tell a little bit because just like artists, every colorist has their style. And
yeah,
you can tell where the page breaks at. You know. Um that's why it's usually best to give them chapters. Like you break it up into chapters, chapter 1, chapter 2, and all that kind of bullshit. And go ahead and
yeah,
give the colors something to do with those chapters.
yeah. For book 1, Marcos is doing it completely. We're 12 pages away from being done, and then Farah, who did like door kickers and other stuff, is coloring book 2.
What's up, Mr. Martinez? I've been trying to hook up my patrons lately by showing them stuff that I'm not supposed to be releasing. I'm serious. Like they get first look at everything, dude, except for the Conan piece. But everybody else seen that too. So I was like, no point in this one. Yeah, but that's where all my first looks happen. It was on the on my Patreon.
Yeah,
Dude,
so we're
I literally knocked this page out last night within like an hour or two. Like,
yeah, that's why I said like backstage, you're fast. Yeah.
yeah, like you contacted me. He was like, you had to do Frege. You couldn't do the page. I was like, dude, page is fucking sketched out. I just, I just
Yeah.
can go wild with it. It fucking sucks. But
Is like, yeah, you're gonna be starting out painting interiors. Are you nervous about that, or?
not really. I got some help from Arthur Sweet'em, a little bit of help from, but not really. I mean, Arthur told me it took him 2 weeks to get a page done, so I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, I was like, nah, that's not gonna work, dude. That's definitely not gonna work. So I
Yeah.
and I don't think he believed me when I told him, like, because I was talking to him about paintings, and I always thought these guys were super super quick, right? Like that's one thing I've always concentrated on was being fast,
Hmm.
and not sacrificing quality along the way. And talking to him, like he was basically telling me, like, coloring, like painting, like his painting's taking like at least 2 to 3 weeks to go ahead and paint a painting. That he actually, the way he works it is he divides his time between three different paintings at once.
Hmm.
So he's actually always has something in motion. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but I kind of want to get paid for this shit now.
Yeah.
so, so I can spend the money and then go ahead and do some other shit so I can spend the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I got
yeah,
the Indiegogo money, so.
exactly. Yeah. And that's another thing too. I was talking to him about. Like, I was like, I was telling him that what sucks is that once you start getting popular, like even in the indie scene, like your intent is always to do your own stuff and be free. And but once you start getting popular and people see that they can make money off of you, like they hire you
Yep.
and you take it. It's crazy. But and then you neglect your personal projects. And I think that's what's been happening to me lately is I've been neglecting.
Oh yeah, you're painting Nine Devils #2.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
then again, I have to be honest. Well, I'm even considering painting the next stock Salem. But I have to be honest. Like, if it wasn't for jobs like this and other jobs, like that's all practice, and you're learning lessons along the way that you're going to apply to your projects that you do in the future. Yeah. So so basically it's on the job training, dude.
Mhm.
Oh, we got a full house. It's late for you guys, dude. It's like 12 o'clock. What's up? We got Mr. Martinez, Arturo, Jay Dollar, and yesterday's fool. Damn. You guys should be going to sleep. Y'all got work in the morning. Do you have a job you have to go to in the morning? Or you
Oh yeah, no, I gotta wake up at like 10. That's why
oh
I'll.
really? Holy
Yeah.
shit. Do you put yourself on a schedule? Like you're only
Yeah.
allowed to do X, X, and X before you
Yeah.
gotta
I don't know what happened the other day. Like Monday, I was late, like clocking in, and so like there's like my desk is right next to my bed, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And so I just had to throw in an exception. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I slept for 12 hours. I don't know what
yeah.
happened.
You slept for 12 hours.
Yeah, I know there was nothing wrong. I didn't like lose any sleep. I don't know. Maybe I needed it. Who knows?
Jesus Christ, dude. It's crazy.
I only need 8.
I forced myself to get 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's rough because my body always wakes up after 4 hours. You know? And but I know if I don't get those extra 4 hours in, like I'm going to be blown out for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like the first say 30 minutes to an hour, I feel great, and then I start feeling like shit. Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
I usually depend on caffeine if I get like 6 hours.
Oh, I live on caffeine, dude. I got an IV. I just put an IV in the morning and just go with it. It's great.
Yeah. I really just like Testament's like one of my dream projects because you can just have everything. We can have motorcycles. This region they're in is like the Badlands, so just like basically the Wild West.
Badlands.
Mutant monsters,
Can't go
swords.
wrong with mutant monsters. So so you're obviously a Slain fan. Did you base a lot of this on Slain?
No, I recently became a Slain fan. they'll be. I'm hoping to do a prequel one day with the main character's ancestors as a straight up barbarian.
Yeah.
But I was going more Conan with it. But he does kind of like talk like an asshole. You know,
Yeah.
he says like, "What kind of shites is that?" Like he has his own
Corner
like way.
shites.
Yeah, like speaking because yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. No, I actually thought it was a lot of this was based on slaying. I thought you were going full slaying with this. Yeah.
Yo, I
Um,
like the style. Like I read The Horn God like last year, and I'm like, oh
the
my
Horn
god, this.
God was great, dude.
Yeah,
That was, and you know what? One thing that surprised me, and that I think the Horn God was the original slaying. Like that was the introduction of slaying to 2000 AD. I think I'm not positive, but what tripped me out, and like this was way before woke culture had actually hit.
Hmm.
Um, they had a one of the gods in there was it's actually it's in I think it's in Irish lore too. Like it represents both male and female, you know. And I was like,
yeah,
holy shit! I was like, look at Pat Mills. I was like, that's crazy, dude. You know,
yeah. I
um,
mean, they're beyond human, so I don't think that's too out of the ordinary.
it's like it's like 2000 AD was like super cutting edge back then. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy cutting edge.
Yeah, it was thanks to my artist Canalis that I found Pat Mills because he was recommending Vampire or Requiem Vampire Night by
Dude, you
Pat
got to check
Mills.
out Shaw. Did you check out Shaw yet?
No, I haven't. It's on my list. I have like a huge backlog.
Dude, Shaw is the shit. Like if you, it's the same artist that did Requiem, Vampire Night,
Yeah,
and Pat
I've seen
Mills
it.
wrote it. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think I'd like Requiem Vampire Night because the main character used to be a Nazi, but Pat Mills is such a good writer.
he is. Pat Mills is a fucking genius, dude. I talked to Pat Mills a few times.
Oh,
The last time I tried to get in touch with him, though, he wouldn't respond because I asked him to come on the show with me and talk some shit. Yeah,
hmm.
and he just, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's too busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a huge Pat Mills fan. But then again, I also contacted Lobo artist, and he said he didn't feel safe like coming on the show. And
Which one? Which artist?
I can't tell
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I was thinking like Sam Keith or like
No, it wasn't Sam Keith. It was from the Lobo series. Yeah, I was like, don't feel safe. I was like, who do you think you're talking to, dude? Like, fucking, you know, I'm nobody. I just like you, motherfuckers. Yeah, it was a trip.
what's this layout you're working on? Yeah, it's the bonus story for Testament Volume 1. So we unlocked this at 7,000. So this is like an 8-page like backup story, I guess would be the term.
I'm going to be like easing off on the detail on the pencils because all this is going to be painted. So
Right. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I mean, it's still got to be detailed. And to be quite honest, I'm going to talk to Chimera here to see if he wants to put some of this up for some of the pencils up for grabs on the campaign as well as the painted work.
oh, okay.
And maybe I can even talk him into maybe trading out a couple of these painted pieces for Chainsaw Man.
For fuck's sake, you really want those books? Wait, wouldn't your art be what like Chainsaw Man's like $10? Like, wouldn't your art be worth way more?
No, it's not $10. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That shit is not $10, dude.
Let me look it up. It should be on
Once, I
Amazon.
think it's like $50 or $60 or something. Still, I see your point.
Yeah, it depends on the website, but yeah, once like I bought it when it was like just like being translated into English.
Nah, it's not that bad to be quite honest. I'm just fucking with you to create
Dude,
content.
I tried finding I had to read Requiem Vampire Night Volume 1 online because I couldn't find
No,
one. It was like over $100 on eBay.
it is. I got one. I'll send it to you. Um,
Oh wow.
yeah, I got a number one. I got a couple of number ones. I can send one to you. Um, you know what's funny though is that you can't find Requiem Vampire Night like the whole series. You know what I'm saying?
I got Volume
And
2 off eBay
no,
for
I'm
30.
talking. How many volumes? They got like 10, 15 volumes or something like that. Is that
Yeah,
right?
like 10 volumes.
Yeah. And I Yeah, dude. Like I can't. I couldn't get the whole series. Like I stopped like after volume 3, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then I'm looking for the rest of them, and the only way you can get it is digital. You know, like the originals, nobody's selling them. Like it's one of those books that nobody talks about, but it's like wildly fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I guess I found a deal. I found volume 2 on eBay for $30 plus shipping.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
No, I got
eBay.
volume 2, and I got volume 1, 2, and 3, and I got a couple of issues of volume 1. You know, and volume is it 2 or 3? I got 2 copies of one of them. You know, and yeah, dude, I got it. I'm pretty stocked up on Vampire Night.
Yeah, like Canales had been recommending it to me for years, and I'm like, well, I
Dude,
don't really know European comics, eh.
dude,
I'm
it
like,
is
oh.
badass, dude. Like fucking Pat Mills at his best. You know, I because of all of that, even though I'm not crazy about the artwork, I actually started checking out uh fucking what's his name? Martial Law. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he recommended that to me too.
Yeah, it's pretty badass too. I dig martial law.
If you hear snoring, it's not me, it's my dog. He's right next to me.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm like really, he snores like a person.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, Pat Mills is the shit. I love Pat Mills' stuff. Except for that Warlock series. Did you ever check that out? Like the
No, I'm like just discovering Pat Mills.
oh really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. He's also, if you ever get a chance to watch it, that 2000 AD documentary.
Okay.
He's the main voice in that documentary. You know?
Speaking of
So
2000 AD, we at 8K we unlocked the like Death Testament crossover print. So I'm waiting for Adam Brown. He's doing some mainstream work. So like next week he should be able to color it because there's like only 2 guys that can color Joe Ball.
Joe Ball.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for Joe Ball to launch Death. He said it should be in July, and I'm like, dude, I will drop so much money on that campaign.
Is it finished? Death?
No,
Like,
but he's working on it, and he said he can get it done. Um,
yeah.
but I'm like, dude, like you've been showing this art for 2 years. Just give me the fucking book already.
I know. Right? That's crazy. Yeah, I thought he launched it already. I thought that thing was well out. You know?
No,
Um,
no.
that's crazy. What's up, Sim?
Oh, hey Sam, I didn't see
I
it.
to warm up to do your page, I also did a Sim character.
Yep,
You know?
Rose from Nat the Merc.
Yeah. You know what? Screw your page. Let's just work on Rose for a little while.
Okay.
I always thought the character was kind of cool. I thought her boob skull was
Yeah, like the skull icon on her. Yeah.
yeah, I thought that
Well,
was
I liked
awesome.
it.
I
Well, I
just
like the
thought it
pink
was
hair.
I like that too. I also like the skull barrettes or whatever she's using. And
Yeah, for her ponytail, not her ponytail, pigtails.
yeah, pigtails. Now the boob skull, I thought it was too uh integrated into her boob. Like you couldn't
Yeah,
so I kinda made a couple of adjustments on it, but whatever. That's
yeah.
neither
We
here nor
mentioned Bisley on stream, and Sim was summoned into the chat. Imagine that.
say his name and he will come.
Oh wait, no, that's Phil. Never mind.
Oh, Phil's in the chat.
No, but if we mention Bisley several times, it'll happen.
Me and Phil are huge Bisley fans, and Phil actually hooked me up with a Bisley sketchbook, and I was
Oh,
like,
from
dude,
Kickstarter.
yeah, I was like, dude, I was like, what did you just do? Yeah, because I missed out on that Kickstarter, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't find this shit until it's too late, right? I'm like,
Yeah, I was stupid because I'm like, oh, well, I'll just wait until it's in demand. And I'm like, oh, wait, Kickstarter doesn't do that.
yeah, Kickstarter's a bunch of assholes that don't do it.
Yeah, I got William. I made sure I got William Sharp's art book on Kickstarter.
I did too. Like
Yeah.
on Sim's recommendation, I
Oh
went
yeah,
ahead and I was like, whoa, because I was never a huge Liam Sharp fan. And then Sim's like, he paints. And I was like, no, he doesn't. He goes, yeah, he paints. I was like, all right, let me see. So I've
He
seen
did
it.
an issue of Death Dealer when Glenn Danzig's.
Did he
Yeah.
really? Yeah, no, I remember that, but I don't think he never painted it like he did what Simon Bisley did. He just illustrated it. Yeah, I'll check that out. I think I might have that. I need to see because I know they put out 3 Death Dealer books, like novels, and he did one. I think he did 2 actually. Did he, or did he do 1 of the Death Dealer?
I think he just did 1 issue. I'm
Because I
pretty
know
sure.
Bisley
Yeah,
did the first one, and
yeah,
then
and
Liam
someone
Sharp
else.
came in on the second one. I think.
Yeah, but someone else finished it. I don't remember
Yeah.
who. I like the Image one more than the Glenn Danzig one. The
Really?
story, the story wise, not the art, but story wise.
Why? Oh, the
Well,
story wise? No, I totally agree on that, dude.
yeah, because it was
Danzig is
approved by
not.
yeah, well, it was approved by Frank Frazetta. So there you go.
Well, so was the one that Danzig did. In fact, when
Oh,
Danzig decided to do, when he licensed all those characters from Frank's estate, from Frank, because Frank was still alive at the time,
yeah,
um, like he was like, "Hey, Mr. Frazetta, I want to do your characters as comics, characters." And Frazetta was like, "Okay, do you need me to draw it?" And he was like, "It's like, no, dude, you're like 90 or some shit like that." Yeah, and so Frank never drew it, and Danzig's always been a huge Bisley fan. Yeah,
right.
so I've always been a huge Danzig fan until I seen that movie he put out. I was like, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen before in my life.
Sim says Bisley did #1, Sharp did #2. He
Yeah,
supposedly did 3. I don't know. I think he's meaning he isn't Sharp. Yeah, I follow Liam Sharp on Twitter. I'd seen his Kickstarter. And I'm like, I'm just wary of comic pros now, but he seems cool. So I'll check out his Reptilian with Garth Ennis.
I don't know if you could consider Liam Sharp a comic pro though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of those. He's kind of like Bisley when it comes to that. Like he's one of those guys that uncomfortably fits into mainstream comics. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
no, I like him, so that's why I backed his art book.
I
But
don't
I'm
know.
usually
Like somebody must have been smoking some serious shit when they hired Liam Sharp to do Green Lantern.
yeah.
I'm saying, I was like, what? Liam Sharp and Green Lantern. I was like, that's a mix. Yeah.
I thought he did a good job. I saw some of it.
I thought it was good too. I just didn't like the story. I thought the story was garbage. And I think it was not Alan Moore, but fucking who was it? It's that other dude that did that other English dude that did the Green Lantern story. And it was kind of weird.
No
You can
clue.
Google it.
All right.
All right, if I got to. I can't. I'm drunk.
I couldn't be fucked with Green Lantern. I don't give a shit about Green Lantern.
I used to. I used to give a shit when EVS was working on it.
Grant Morrison?
Yeah, Grant Morrison. That's who did. And Grant Morrison is just too weird for Green Lantern, dude. That's all I'm saying. Like, put him on Sandman, put him on anything else, but just not Green Lantern. He just doesn't fit the bill.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, no. I'm trying to picture it in my head. Like I just know a little bit of Green Lantern because my brother is a huge Green Lantern fan. Funny enough.
I don't know.
My brother probably has like an encyclopedic knowledge of DC Comics. Like, oh, this event happened in this. Oh, Crisis this. And I'm like, holy
Dude,
shit.
that used to be me back in the day. Like, I can name, that poster Marvel put out like a long time ago. It was with every character in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Like I used to be such a fan that I can name every character on that fucking poster. Like, no reference, just fucking look at it and give you a name. Although it didn't hurt that every character started with man or ended with man.
Yeah. Yeah, other than like Spidey or the X-Men, I like Marvel. Okay, whatever. I'm more of a DC guy.
I was always was under the impression that DC was too adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but I think I was wrong in that aspect. I don't know, dude. You still looking for? Oh, you're still looking for 3 and 4. You know, they had. I don't know if they had a. Did they make a 3? I thought there was only 3 Death Vale comics that came out of Veronica.
No, there were 4
There
miniseries.
were 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Or was that Image? Was it Image? Or
No, we're talking about the Glenn Danzig one, not the.
I'll tell you, dude. Sim, if you're still there, check out Jaguar God. Like for the Veronica Jaguar God, that shit was awesome, dude. Like it was seriously badass.
Is that Frazetta? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's from a Frazetta painting. You know, in
okay.
fact, Jaguar God was in fucking what was it? Blood and Fire or something like that, like that cartoon, that Frazetta cartoon. That was that.
Ice and Fire.
Yeah, Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice. Let me see. So I need reference on a jet. This is a dystopian future, right? Where there's like pieces of wreckage everywhere.
Yeah, you can do that. Well, no, not like rockets or anything, but
like
they have like leftover technology.
Like what about crumbled buildings, stuff like
yeah.
that? Like,
yeah, you can put that in. Basically, a Lovecraftian entity like destroyed the planet 5,000 years ago. Or fallen angel. Pick your poison.
Angels. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Alrighty.
Yeah, I was wrapping up book 3 a few months ago, and I'm really happy with the end result. It's like the second draft, so I still have to, put some finishing touches. But
you know what I got? Did you get Jack Irons?
Yeah, I backed the original campaign back in 2018.
Did you get the book?
I got digital because I was cheap back then.
All right, because I got the book. The books came in recently.
Oh, 1 to 3. Yeah.
And I forgot that it was floppies. Like it was all floppies. And,
yeah, issues 1 to 3.
Yeah. And it was a trip, dude. Like I'm reading it, and the only thing I can say is that I wish they had more Jack Irons in the book. You know, like it, in my opinion, I thought it focused too much on the past and not enough in the future. Yeah. What did you think since you read it too? Yeah.
Man, I read it I read the issues 1 and 2 on the original campaign, but yeah, I thought it was okay, but I just remember, didn't you have to find a colorist or something? I don't know. It took a while to get the PDF, but yeah, I thought it was okay. I can't really.
No, I liked it. I just thought I wanted more of the future. Like what I thought Jack Irons is I thought it was like this rustic, like Brave Star-esque, you know what I'm saying? Like like Clint Eastwood type of future. And it was, but they never focused on that. You know what I'm saying? Like what they focused on was the past, like Jack Irons' past, like all 3 volumes, like all 3 issues focused on the past, you know? And I'm like, like after the first book, I was like, all right, that was okay. That was a good little flashback. But then all of the floppies were a flashback. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I'm like, whoa, I was like, wait a minute, you know? And yeah, dude, that I gotta say it. Like that disappointed me. You know, I was highly disappointed because of that, you know? And what's a trip is that Jack Irons is such a cool character. Yeah. Like it's such a cool character design. Like I was and to have it just focus on like his past lives was just, I don't know, dude. It was highly disappointing, you know. And like I'm not dogging a book. The art was phenomenal. The story was good, you know. It's just, you know, it just wasn't what I expected. Like I was thinking, you know, fucking mechanical bulls. I was thinking like fucking horses like made and it had that. It just never focused on any of it, you know. And that's where they lost me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it like 2 years ago, so I barely remember it.
You just don't want to make any enemies. That's why you're like,
No, I don't even know who the guy is. I know the artist, but it's the writer does the campaign. The artist did the silhouette story for Lost Pages.
Yeah. No, the art's phenomenal. The characters design, everything's great. It's just it doesn't focus enough on modern Jack Irons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
and that's one thing I think that's where they lost me, dude. I never dug that at all. I thought that was crap. You know. But I was surprised to see that show up on my doorstep. Like and no, I'm being serious because you know how you back something and you forget about it, you know? That's what kind of happened with Jack Irons. Like I never expected to be.
Here's a funny story. I backed Sovereign Wolf when Eddie was shipping, and then I got it like 2 days later, and I'm like, huh. I'm like, I was just like, I kind of like waiting. I didn't know that about myself. Like, you know what? I kind of like waiting a few months. This delivery was too fast.
So you're saying like Eddie delivered too quickly for your taste?
Yes, he needs to slow it down.
Yeah, calm the fuck down, Eddie. You
Yeah,
bastard.
stop being a professional.
Yeah, goddamn.
Like,
Yeah,
I think I'm just like
bullshit.
I've backed so many books. I've been conditioned to wait.
Me too, in a way, you know, and I just hope that I get the books that I back before we start like moving. You know what I'm saying? Like moving to a different place. And because once that happens, like honestly, I don't keep track of all the books that I back anymore. You know, like I backed a few from Kickstarter, you know, like these weird ass like tripped out books. And then I backed a few from you know what really pisses me off is that I backed the Dreadstar book, Jim Starlin's Dreadstar.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, dude, and I still haven't gotten that fucking book.
Yeah, you're not going to. Yeah.
What? What happened?
I don't know. I heard something about it, but yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Because yeah, dude, I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I'm back. For one, I love Jim Starlin. Like I'm a huge Jim Starlin fan, right? And like I just fucking it just pisses me off that he trusted somebody to produce this book and they're just not following through, you know. In fact, they keep doing this update where they're like, oh, it's off the boat. That was a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it's craziness.
Yeah, I don't back on Kickstarter a lot. I got Carbon Gray by this one guy. I'm not gonna. He's like Vietnamese, so I'm not gonna try and pronounce his name. But he worked for like DC and Marvel.
You fucking racist.
And it's like Huang something, and I'm like, oh okay, this guy who does really amazing art. And then I got because he did simultaneous Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and then I got Metal Militia hardcover on Indiegogo, and that book was pretty damn good.
Metal Militia?
Yeah, it's closed now, but he's doing Carbon Gray Volume 4, and I keep messaging him like, hey, can you come on my channel? Like, I want to meet you.
Does he feel safe coming on your channel? Or
I don't even think he knows like anything about it. He just seems kind of like a normie.
How are you a normie doing comics? Like that doesn't make any sense. Oh shit! I used the wrong hole.
I think no, I think he's just like doing his own thing. He's not aware of anything. Yeah, Carbon Gray was great. I sent the first 3 volumes to Canales.
What was it about?
It's like it's kind of like Imperial Germany, but futuristic. I don't know. It's like World War I era. But then there are these 3 sisters, possibly 4.
Metal
And it's just
Shade. That
metal.
sounds fucking amazing. I'm gonna have to check that out, dude.
Oh, something in the chat. Okay. Yeah, it's like Imperial Germany and stuff, and there's yeah, it's kind of trippy.
So it has something to do with World War II or World War One?
No, it's like an alternate timeline. But it's like the setting is like Imperial Germany or World War I Germany styled. You can actually get them off Amazon, which I didn't know.
I wonder if it's anything like Uber. You know?
I'll just drop this in the private chat.
Yeah, dude. I backed a few books off of Kickstarter, and I haven't gotten any of them. Like, I've gotten a few off of Indiegogo, but like, honestly, I think a lot of people have to bump their game up just a little bit. Get those books out before I move. Because I don't want to miss out on any of that shit.
Yeah, I've just backed the William Sharp art book and Carbon Gray, and I'm gonna get the art book. I backed a lot this year, but yeah, I got Sovereign Wolf. That was good. I got She. Sim is doing that. The merch should be done next month.
What's up, Sugar?
Got Shadow of the Kraken by Benny. That should be done this year.
Sim never fulfills his campaign. He's such a slacker.
Well, he's like remastering. Like he thought he was gonna do like 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sim, but like weren't you gonna do like 15-50, like half new stuff and half old stuff? And he's like, no, let's just remaster everything. I got The Buckler by John Dillard.
Buckar. You know what I got? I got Phobos. Who was Phobos by? That was by shit. It's a big, thick book too, dude. Like it's a hardcover.
Yeah.
Let me see who put that out. I think that was off of Kickstarter though. I don't think that was off of Indiegogo. Let me see here.
Yeah, I've just backed like so many books. I'll just like list some I got. Like, yeah, Metal Militia I was very happy with. Mary Boys, I like that. I sent that to you.
Yeah, Mary Boys was fucking amazing, dude. It was great.
Grayscale by Michael Derrick, that was great. The She books, Battle Made of Knuckle Bomb. Through the Woods was like, yeah, it's just so good, and like a hardcover for like $40 is not a bad deal.
No. Tales to Enlighten was one of the books that I backed off of Indiegogo. I mean Kickstarter, and I was really impressed with that. Like I haven't gotten it though. I got to get the book.
Yeah, he's joking, Sim. You did fulfill Blood Hunt. He's joking. I got
No, I'm not. I never got Blood Hunt. I don't know what he's talking about. Jason Brubaker. It was Jason Brubaker's.
Oh, okay. Have you read? Here's Ed Brubaker for you. Incognito by Ed Brubaker.
No, I haven't.
It's so fucking good. I can't explain it to you.
Really?
Yeah, just check it out. It's like a miniseries.
Here's a pro tip: when working on comic pages, use magnets.
Yeah, that will never happen to me ever. So
just so that you don't have to hold the paper in place.
Yeah. Let's see. I got Lost Pages from Phil, obviously. Replicator by Rob. I like that.
I never checked out Replicator.
Yeah, it was pretty good actually.
There's, I got to say, like most of the books that I backed, I'm pretty impressed with. There's very few books that I got from CG that I'm like, or indie that I'm not impressed with.
Wait, say again. What was the last? Sorry, I was scrolling.
I said there's very few books that I got in CG that I'm not impressed with. Most of them I'm very impressed with.
Yeah, I'd say like 80% of what I've backed, but I'm pretty picky.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Yeah, like I never backed everything. I'm not one of those guys who I think I have to back every book.
No, the Chenoo by Graham Nolan. I had to get that. Obviously, that was really good.
Yeah, you sent that to me. Actually, that's a
good
book. Yeah.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I did. It was good. I was like, I was impressed because it was a one and done type of thing, and it was.
Yep.
It was a true horror book. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. There's a campaign I'm following, but I didn't back it. Rokan. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Actually, I did a cover for those guys.
Dude, it looks fucking crazy.
I'm gonna try to train that dude a little bit. The painter, he did something for Doc Salem. I think I can help him just a little bit. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. I'm not trying to be like an asshole, but he's got a lot of talent. I just think he needs a little guidance. Yeah,
Well, they gotta like. There's no shipping for domestic. They gotta add
that
something.
is the worst possible fucking thing they
You
could do.
gotta add $5 at least.
No, I tried to tell him that, dude. I was like, this is you fucking up, dude. If you don't add shipping, like, people don't mind if it's a good book, like, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that was they made mistakes, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like the book is worth it, completely worth it. But
yeah. I wouldn't mind paying $15 for this.
I hope they just like I was telling them, I was like, dude, well, I never told them this, but I just hope they don't back themselves in a corner where it's just not worth fulfilling a book or something like that, because they're not making enough off of it. See, that's why you want to make sure you charge enough for shipping and all that kind of shit.
I would just suggest to anyone if you're doing your first book, just
Ask people.
no. I mean, like, just save up a bunch of money, like I did with my first few books. I just saved up like $14,000, and I'm like, okay, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go in. If I make no money, whatever.
yeah, everybody does that. Everybody can save up 14K.
Yeah, like, yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, my first book was 80 pages for $15 and $6 shipping. Like, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
No,
oh,
I
you're supposed to.
I get what you're saying, but a lot of people can't save up that amount of money. But that's the reason why you have Indiegogo. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of Indiegogo, is to go ahead and get your project funded. But
Yep.
and you don't like it's okay, like it's good to have it completed, but that's kind of not the point of Indiegogo either.
No, I
You
don't.
know?
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend completing a book before launch because there's no incentive to back it. Because
Yeah,
like, just put it on eBay if it's done.
exactly. Like, but that's another thing too. Like, the I but like a book that's quality, like Rokan,
Yeah.
because the art, dude, I have no idea about the story, and that's the toughest part about backing a book, is that you don't know what you're getting into until you actually get it, as far as story
Yeah.
wise. But the art itself, like that dude is fucking insane. Like he is really, really good.
Well,
And
it's like part fantasy and part metal, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm sold. Like fantasy is my favorite genre.
well, the art looks like a heavy metal story,
Yeah.
and that's what I was like. That's when I tried my best. I found that book. I was like, dude, I was like, hey, let's start promoting this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, it looks great.
but
I was on Malin's. I was actually on stream with him.
they
Uh,
made some mistakes, dude. Like they didn't charge for certain things. I mean, yes, I know you want your book backed and you want to help the backers out, but help yourself out first so that you can get to the next issue, or you can get this issue completed.
yeah, it looks like they sold some original art. Yeah, like people don't mind paying. They really don't.
No,
Yeah,
especially if it's worth it. Like,
well, yeah, like we're talking about sales going, prices going up. When manga starts like being pricey, people don't care. If they want
no,
manga, they will pay $30 for it.
dude, I'm still buying Chainsaw Man, even though I got to pay a bunch of shit for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being serious though. I'm being straight the fuck up. Like, it's
Oh yeah, apparently there was a trailer a while back or recently. But yeah, I guess they're making it into an anime.
oh, they sweet.
Yeah. I was reading it back in like 2019, like or 2020 when they started releasing it in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Like the series is ended. It ended in December, so Chainsaw Man has 11 volumes. Like that's kind of interesting. Usually manga runs forever, like 40 volumes or 30. But this author is my age. He's 27 and he's already completed 2 full series, Fire
Holy
Punch and
shit,
Chain.
dude.
Yeah, that depressed the shit out of me when I found that out. He is 1 month older than me, and he's already like done all this shit. That just shows like the difference in culture.
Well, they have a really good work ethic up there. Well,
Yeah,
down wherever they are. Yeah.
it's like Darwinism. It's just it's like, oh, you're talented. Okay, here you go. But like here in the West, it's like, no, you have to have pronouns in your Twitter bio. You have to do this. I'm like,
Oh,
Why
it's
can't
much
it just
worse than that. It's so much worse than that because it's also family. Like if you're talented, especially in art, like I know my family wasn't like trying to push me to do art. They were like, "Don't do that, you fucking loser." They're like,
yeah.
"That's the quickest way to go broke is to get into art."
Yeah, my I was not my dad was the only one who encouraged me to be a writer. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, no, that's another like that's what I'm saying. Like with the Japanese, like if you're talented in that area, like, well, guess we got a manga illustrator on our hands or an animator or whatever.
Well, plus, don't they train you? Like you can like study under a manga author.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
like
Like it's all structured. Like I think that's their number one import. I mean export there, right? It's like
oh, it has to be.
anime and and manga. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, Sugar Chris. I was reading Chainsaw Man before it was cool. Like the sale. No, I think the sales were like huge when Volume 1 came out. Like, yeah. Uh, yeah, you
So when are you
sometimes,
sending those books over?
for fuck's sake, try Amazon at least for 4.
I did try Amazon. I was like, and they don't have any of them available, any of the number ones. I was like, dude, I was like, this sucks.
Are you sure?
Sucks.
Are you sure? I'll link it in the chat.
I
Volume
I
1?
I was because the one that they have, but I looked at the reviews on a person like the company that's selling it, and they got really bad reviews, dude. Like they don't like it's a gamble whether you're gonna get that book or not.
Huh.
I'm like, well, fuck you, motherfuckers.
If it doesn't work out, I might send you Volume 1. I
I'll
sent
send,
you.
I'll send you a page. I'll send you a page of your book.
All right. Well,
No,
try Amazon again.
I'll try Amazon. Besides,
Let's see.
you don't like reading books. You like digital.
No, I like reading. I just don't give a shits about collecting.
Do you really? That's crazy, dude.
Well, funny enough, I actually treat my manga better than my trades.
No.
Yeah, I have all of my Berserk, and I'm like, Irene was like, oh, why don't you send that to me? And I'm like, fuck no, I'm keeping this shit. It's now that the author is dead. Now this shit is more valuable than before.
Well, I'll send you a piece of original art from Berserk.
Hell no, I don't. That's no, dude. Mira is dead. Like that shit
I
is
got a piece
gold.
of original art. What are you talking about?
Of what?
Berserk.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
By Mira?
It's a piece of original art.
Oh, but your piece of the God Hand. Like, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Somebody asked me about that over the weekend too. The guy even had the demon, the sacrificial mark, like tattooed above his eye.
Yeah, the brand. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was like that. It looks so cool. You know, like the jailhouse guys, like they get a teardrop. You know,
Yeah.
he had the brand like tattooed on his face right there, and I was like, I didn't notice it at first, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, that's fucking awesome, dude. And we both like we started talking about the tomes, you know, because I got the tomes at the house, and he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I got all the tomes, and he's like, did you get the book holders, like the bookends that goes with the tomes? I was like, no. He goes, yeah, dude, they got a bookend, you know, and it has a sword, like Guts' sword going through it, you know, and
Yeah.
you got the handle on one side, and then you got the blade on the other side of the bookends, and
So
it's
I was browsing Amazon. Apparently, in August 31st, they're gonna have a Vampire Hunter D omnibus.
no, dude,
640 pages. I guess it's a manga because it's being published by Dark Horse.
is
Is
it?
it?
So it's going to be in English.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really
I
say. Holy shit.
I didn't know they had. I didn't know Vampire Hunter D was a manga before it was an anime. I thought it was always an anime. Like,
No, it was a light novel. Light novel is like light reading and some illustrations. Then it became a manga afterwards. But No, it was a light novel. Then it became anime back in '85.
Because I got to tell you, like, hey, what's up, Maiden? They like that's another thing too. Like that's honestly that's the two things that stood out to me. What the Berserk guys and they also had a guy with a Vampire Hunter D t-shirt on, you know, and I was like, dude, this is fucking great, you know, like I was into all of this shit when nobody thought it was cool.
Well, it says Dark Horse is collecting the first 3 books. I don't know if they're the light novel. I don't know if they're the mangas.
Huh. Well,
Oh,
it has to be the manga, right? I mean, what is it going
well,
to
there's
be?
both. Well, there's both. There's the light novel, and then there's the manga.
There was no American version of Vampire Hunter D, though, right? Like, was there?
I don't know, actually. I think maybe there was, but I'm not sure.
Because I know there was an American version of Robotech done by not Tim Vigil. What's his name? Oh, dude, I got the guy to do a commission for Road Trip. His name is. I'm looking for the commission on my wall. Neil D. Vokes. Yeah, he was doing American anime back then. Like he was doing manga before when it was first introduced to the States. He is not Japanese either, which is weird. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. Damn, dude, I did not expect all you people to show up tonight. Like, I'm serious. I'm like, Jesus Christ. There's 6 people watching from YouTube, and then there's another 2 people watching from Facebook.
I really like the grin on panel 2. That's really good.
Yeah, no, I figured you'd like it. The way you had it written out was kind of weird. Like it was, but I think you were looking at it from a writer's perspective and not from a visual perspective, you know. And
yeah, no, that's Sigurd, Carl's like mentor. That guy's like a nut job.
Yeah.
he teaches Carl to like be a man and wield a sword.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like the whole time I'm reading this, I'm thinking Vikings. Like, what would this look like if it was Vikings? You know, like the TV show Vikings.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're psychos.
Yeah, exactly. Like, be a man, eat this eyeball.
Yeah.
Go fuck sheep.
Yeah.
That's what they do, dude. That's what happens in Testament. Like they fuck sheep. Is that right?
Okay, no, thank you. Yeah, okay, I'm reading it on Dark Horse website. So the Vampire Hunter D Omnibus it has a wraparound painted cover and 23 black and white interior illustrations. So I guess it's the light novel, so it's mostly text and then some illustration.
No, this is the one I'm reading the Chainsaw Man Volume 1. This is the one I was talking about. Like the people who are selling it, like it's not guaranteed you'll get it. I think it's actually on back order on the on Amazon. Like that's not
Oh well, I bought it back when like nobody knew about it, so maybe.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I still think like nobody knows about it. Yeah, and
no, it's popular.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just I know I talked to people about it and they're like Chainsaw Man. I was like, yeah, dude, Chainsaw Man.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so used, it's gone for $23 with free delivery. And
yeah, I always buy used. I don't really. Again, I'm a horrible collector. I just want to read.
Yeah, and good condition, it's $34. You know, and that's that seller has 5 stars. The other seller for $24 has 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I get the 5-star. Yeah.
New, it's $17.99, but that seller has 3 stars.
And then you ain't getting it.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. And this one, $18, and that one's got 4.5 stars, and it goes up from there. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. Like, I'll order it from Amazon and see if I can get it in. I did get 2 issues of Chainsaw Man in. It was issues 5 and 6, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't read them because I'm not going to read them until I
Yeah,
I
you're
can
not.
read.
Yeah, you're not gonna know what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm like, nope, I ain't doing that. I'll wait till number 1 comes in, then I'll read it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got Glippener. It's another series. I was at Barnes and Noble and I'm like, oh shit, they have what I want, but it's the later volumes. I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I'm on volume like 4, but these were volume 7 and 8. I'm like, they're cheap now. And I just grabbed them.
You know, I was talking to Adam Lawson, and we were talking, and Adam's like, dude, I went into Barnes and Noble. Hey, thanks, Mr. Martinez. He goes, I was in Barnes and Noble, and he said, dude, he's like, the manga section, he's like, you couldn't even get to the front to see the books. Like these kids are just all over the place, just checking this shit out. I was like, get out of here. He goes, yeah, dude. He said, it's like the old days when people used to go to comic shops, you know, and they used to sit around and talk about comics and all that kind of stuff. So these kids were leaving with stacks of with fucking stacks of manga books. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I've said this before. Manga has conquered the culture. They've gotten my generation and the next one.
Yeah, and then I was like, and I told him, I said, you know what the deal is, though, dude? I was like, in modern comics, because they lost that escapist look and the art isn't fun anymore. Like manga comics are fucking fun, dude.
Yes.
You look at that shit. Like you look at some of those Chainsaw Man illustrations where the fucking one panel is just you looking through a severed corpse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a splayed corpse. Like that shit is fun, dude. And that's one thing that they lost. Because now everything looks so serious, dude. Like everything looks like it's, you know, it's like real, like it's fashion illustration instead of comic book illustration.
So what you're saying is you're not a fan of the new Ninjak by Valiant?
I don't even know what's going on with that, dude. I haven't even
seen it. It looks like Tumblr. I'm not exaggerating.
Are you serious? Oh yeah, wait, I know what that's the one they said that's gonna shut down manga, right? Is that
Yep, they compared
Yeah, that's crazy. They're fucking they're delusional if they think that's what's going on.
Dude, like even what they have, the 3 Jokers, that did pretty well, but that's not gonna shut down. What did Rob Liefeld do? Someone said he sold 5 million copies or something.
That was no, that was Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane sold like 5 million copies of Spawn, the Spawn universe, and he put like a really hot Spawn chick on the cover.
Well, no, I was thinking Rob Liefeld was fighting with people on Twitter, so he was saying something. But
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, but yeah, I know about the Spawn universe, but even that, like even Todd McFarlane, that doesn't even come close to manga sales.
No, it doesn't. And that's what I was talking to Adam Larson about. I was like, dude, they lost the fun of comics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we used to talk about it a lot. That's when you had like Walter Simonson, you had fucking Arthur Adams. And then in the 90s, like it really got crazy. I mean, the most serious art you had was Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, that's the top tier.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I was never a Jim Lee fan, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I always thought his art was like too serious. But I was a huge fan of J. Scott Campbell. But then Jim Lee got a hold of him and he tried to make him look serious too. And I was like, dude, stop trying to make people so serious. I was like, why so serious, Jim Lee? Why so serious? You know, it was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of manga that's like loose because it's black and white and they have to like pump it out quickly. But
stuff
that's
like good. Like that's
but stuff like Berserk by Mira is like very detailed. Murata with One Punch Man. That's super detailed. There's a lot of manga that's sometimes
not the old One Punch Man. The old One Punch Man wasn't that detailed.
That was the writer. He like drew the web comic. The guy who does like the volumes, Murata. Yeah, that dude is like amazing. I retweeted.
I've never seen the volumes. I got to check those out. I can tell you this though, like Chainsaw Man. Shit is fucking detailed, son.
Yeah, especially when he's like fighting. Detailed. Yeah, especially at the end of volume 1 when he's fighting the giant bat creature. I can't wait until I see the anime of that.
Yeah. Oh, also, Devilman, like the Devilman versus Armand. Like I would put that up there with any manga out there, dude. Like that shit is fucking insanely good. Like, you know, it's some of the best manga art I've seen out there, dude. And I'm very picky when it comes to manga art. Still Ashy Mirror?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking Murata. Who else? But they have to pump this stuff out fast, so sometimes it can look like loose pencils. And that's why most people will not. You know, it's not for everyone, but manga is more of a storytelling thing. It's not.
It is. It definitely is, and that's another thing too, is that they come up with the craziest stories. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not based on, I don't know, dude. Like so much of like it's not based on gender or anything like that. It's just based on crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who fucking comes up with a character that's always on fire?
Yeah, Fire Punch. It's by the same guy who made Chainsaw Man. So it
Yeah.
says Fire Punch takes place on Earth, which has become frozen over and barren because of a being known as the Ice Witch, and the character Agni, constantly on fire. His body breaks down and regenerates, leaving him in anguish. So he's trying to get revenge.
But that's what I'm saying. If you would have pitched that or Chainsaw Man, a guy merges with a chainsaw demon to Marvel or DC, they'd laugh you. You'd be fired that day. You'd be fucking fired, dude.
They'd call security to throw you ass out.
Yeah, they're like, this motherfucker is fucking insane. Get him out of here.
Yeah, like Japan is just like free market. Like, oh, okay. If it doesn't sell within the first few months, you're out of here.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're willing to experiment, like take a chance. Where Marvel's like, well, you know, Captain Marvel didn't sell the first 3 times. Go ahead and restart it, reboot the whole series at #1 because #1 sell.
Yeah, they gotta stop doing. Have they stopped doing #1s for every title that doesn't work?
I fucking have no idea. I know they're about to cancel the Immortal Hulk, and they're going to start a brand new Hulk series like immediately after it's canceled.
Yeah, so according to Flash, Immortal Hulk was doing great. It was outselling Batman by Tom King, but that's not
absolutely
really that's not really an accomplishment.
Yeah, but Hulk was never like the #1 book ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until Immortal Hulk, like that's when it kind of took over, and I think that's what his point was that it was you know, it was never a #1 book, and now it is, and they were like, oh no, that's not going to work. We got to ruin it.
Yeah, they were like, okay, let's talk about climate change. Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I remember Yellow Flash being super depressed. He's like, I think he stopped reading comics for a while.
Eddie was super depressed. Eddie's like, take this off my pull list immediately. Oh, Sovereign Wolf your ass. It's crazy, dude. Like, I don't know. I think finally the executives are like fucking like waking up. I mean, I've been listening to Clownfish TV for a little while, and they're absolutely right. You know, like the marketing staff over at Marvel and DC are finally like, hey, did you guys know like nobody on Twitter buys comics?
Really? I had no idea. Yeah, 5% of fucking Twitter. Yeah. I canceled my pull list a while back. It was right after Tom King tweeted something about Jay Lee's dog. Like Jay Lee.
Yeah.
And then he posted something about his dog, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cancel my subscription. Peace, guys.
Well, I think that was the final nail in the woke mob's coffin at DC Comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that point, they didn't realize that Jim Lee and Jay Lee, they're not family, of course. That's a racist statement.
Yeah, no.
But they're friends. My old lady's telling me I gotta go to bed. She's saying it's time for bed. So
yeah, it's like 1 a.m. here, but yeah, just to tack on what you're just gonna say, like, yeah.
Let me finish this panel real quick, and then we'll go ahead and call it a night.
Already.
She just shook her head. She said that was okay. Like I can do that.
Yeah,
Hey, fuck all you. We all answer to somebody.
yeah, the dog thing. Like when I read that story on Instagram, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done with comics for a while.
Well, I'm a pet owner, and I've lost two dogs, and both times I don't care. Like I come off as a very manly guy.
Really?
Nah, I don't know. I have no clue. But I can tell you this: I cry my eyes out on both times when I lost my dogs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was trying to reason with the people at the LCS, and they're like, well, look at it from this vantage point. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're
Yeah.
not understanding at all. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you people?
there's like you never attack family, and you never attack people like a death in the family either, and that's one of the biggest things when they had that blow up in CG, and
Mm,
that's one of the reasons why I was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. It's
mm,
because when they were attacking Anna, and they were attacking
oh,
her sister, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I can't get down with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's dead. And saying whatever you're gonna say about her, it's wrong. I don't care what, it just is. It's wrong. And that's when I kind of dipped out. I'm like, I'm not gonna be involved in any of this crap, dude. You know, it, yeah, you don't talk
yeah,
about people like that, especially people who are lost people. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and yeah. So you said Jay Lee and Jim Lee were buddies?
They are from back in the Image days because Jay
Oh yeah,
Lee, you remember Jay Lee put out what was that book he put out? He put out a book called I can't remember, dude. I'm terrible at names, but I was a huge Jay Lee fan back then. I still am a Jay
Hell
Lee
Shock.
fan. Hell Shock, yeah. And it was produced under Wildstorm Studios, like Jim Lee's time.
Yeah, before he sold it to DC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and but Jay Lee and Jim Lee were always like good friends back then, and they still are, obviously, because now Tom King has his ass in a sling for saying shit about Jay Lee. Like, these people think they're untouchable, but you're not untouchable.
yeah.
You
Who the
know?
fuck is Tom King? Like, I didn't even know who the fuck Tom King
I
was when
didn't
he was put.
either. I didn't
Yeah, when he
even,
was put on
yeah, I
Batman.
fucking care less. But there was some of those motherfuckers that wouldn't let it go. Like, Tom King was smart enough to say, "Oh, I'm sorry," but a lot of them, like Gail Simone and all them, were like, "No, fuck that." Jay Lee knew what he was doing, and now guess who's not working anymore? They had to
Gail
all go to
Simone, really?
Dynamite. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
like dude, yeah, like the Milkshake Squad. Yeah, they went after him, even though it's
Oh,
fucking
I saw
retarded.
that. Yes, yes.
It's nuts, dude. Like, I don't know. These people are
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I guess that. Yeah, you're right. They did think they were untouchable. Like, well, we can say what we want on Twitter. Like, okay, you can, but it's gonna cost you your job.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Jim Lee is the publisher over at DC Comics, and he just said that you're not welcome there anymore?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? That's okay. We'll go to Dynamite and make half the money we made. Way less money than what we made over at DC Comics. It's crazy. I mean, you said some stuff about Jay Lee, but it was cool because nobody knows who you are. You know.
Me? I love Jay Lee. Funny enough, at my LCS, they have a poster by Jay Lee, and they paid for it. And then I was like, okay, but you guys were totally cool with what Tom King said, and they're like, they were just fence sitting about it. They're like, well, just look at it from this thing. I'm like, no, you don't talk
No,
about
you can't.
you don't
No.
talk about dogs like that, you fucker.
Yeah, you're a dog owner. That's
Yes,
true.
I have a Labrador, and his name used to be Loki, the same name as Jay Lee's dog.
Dude, that's the name of my dog. My
Yeah,
dog's name is Loki. The
yeah, I
first
know.
one's name was Kane, and this one's Luke.
Yeah, I renamed him Bruce, but his original name was Loki, and I just had like a pit in my stomach when I read that story on Instagram.
You renamed him because you didn't want your dog's name associating with my dog. That's what it was.
He is a
Fuck.
Loki though. He's such a troublemaker.
Oh, mine too, dude. I named him that
Yeah.
when he was a puppy because he would motherfucker would sneak up behind me and pinch me on the back of the leg with his fucking his front teeth.
Yeah, he likes to like bite the fat on people.
Yeah.
Because my brother is like a heavy guy, and he likes to like bite my brother's fat folds.
Jesus Christ. You're probably just gonna disown your ass, dude.
No, no, he likes the dog. He likes he like, oh, I mean, this dog is so much fun, but he bites too hard.
Yeah. Mine got out of it. It took a shock collar, but he finally got out of it.
Chris says you named your dog Loki. Disney will be calling you. Yeah, Preston,
Yeah,
you're
I know,
fucked.
right?
You're
That's
fucked.
true. Yeah, fuck Disney. But yeah, that's true. Disney,
Can't copyright Norse mythology. You
I heard about
fuckers.
that too. Like they tried to copyright not only Norse mythology, but they tried to copyright other things too, like stuff from history or some shit like that, like
Yeah, good
Hercules
luck.
and
Yeah, good luck with that. Well, it's Well, they use the Greek
Heracles.
version. Yeah, it's Heracles. They use like the Roman version. I'm like, no, his name is Heracles, not Hercules.
Yeah. They
Stupid
tried all
fucks.
that shit. Like at some point. It's nuts.
They don't even know their own mythology. Like that Hercules movie, I know it's for kids, but it's totally wrong.
Oh, it's completely wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
Heracles
noticed
is savage.
well, I noticed most like most companies, whenever they try to tackle like Greek or Norse mythology, they totally fuck it up. Like Marvel completely screwed up Norse mythology. Thor was never blonde headed.
Yeah, it depends. Like sometimes he's red haired, but yeah, they don't. Yeah, Norse mythology is so weird because like it's a guy being licked down of a block of ice by a cow.
Yeah, it's very very odd. They had now I did like Walter Simonson's Ragnarok. Like that was amazing. I got to finish that series. I don't know if he put out any more. People wrote that off. They were like, we'll give this old guy his
You
moment.
you should read the Thor Max series by Garth Ennis. It's pretty good.
Is it? I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to check that out.
the Max series is just good overall. Punisher,
Wait,
Thor.
no, Punisher was fucking phenomenal, dude. I fucking love that. The Thor
Yeah.
series, was that the one? I
The
might
zombie
have that.
the zombie Vikings.
No, I never seen that. I got to check that out. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
no,
to add that to my collection.
it's by Garth Ennis. He's yeah.
I was getting some Ron Friends store like over the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like, but for some reason I just want to collect Thunderstrike at the moment. I find that character kind of interesting. Yeah. Um, because he has like a mace instead of like a hammer. Yeah. And I don't know. Plus, Ron Friends' art reminds me so much of Jack Kirby. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so I just want to check it out. I have no reasoning behind it. Um, but when I was collecting it, one of those issues is worth like $65 at the moment. And I'm
Hmm.
like, why the fuck is this worth so much? Well, that's the first time Captain America ever lifted Mjolnir. And I'm like, that's why it's worth a lot. I was like, that's fucked up. You know?
That was the only scene in Endgame that I liked was when Cap used the hammer.
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
I don't know. I thought it was okay. My whole thing was Captain Marvel. I didn't like her being crowbarred in there. Yeah. It just felt wrong. Like I thought the movie was just fine without her. And now I think the magic's over with me in Marvel movies. I don't really care to see.
Oh yeah, no, they blew their load on Infinity War for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely over with.
I don't know why they just don't do a different universe like Ultimate X-Men or something. Like Ultimate Universe.
Well, what tripped me out too is that they wanna mimic the MCU in comics instead of doing it vice versa. Like the reason why the MCU is so awesome is because it was showing what was done in comics. Like you were bringing to life what was on the comic pages.
Yeah, they're trying to match. Now they're trying to like make it the same. I'm like, no, you don't seem to understand comics.
Yeah, they totally don't get it.
Yeah, the movies are supposed to have the spirit of the comics. You don't
exactly.
You don't match both of them.
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
Fucking Hollywood producers are weird, and they're like, "Oh, let's just make a match." I'm like, no.
Let's make Jane Foster Thor.
No.
Because we could totally do that and make money, and they will. They'll make a little bit of money, but they're going to ruin the whole fucking industry. Like, and well, actually, they already did that. So
Yeah, but it would be like it's on life support. It'd be dead after that.
yeah, I don't know. Blood and Thunder. Those books are fucking insane right now. And to be quite honest, I'm not interested in any of them. Yeah, and I had a chance to get them, and I was just like, nah, I don't want that, dude. I'm a Thor collector, not a Jane Foster collector. You know, there's a big difference. This page is going by pretty quick. How long have you been working on it? Like an hour and a half?
Hour and 20, but we were talking before that, so I guess
Yeah,
more than that.
it's going
Yeah,
pretty
like I said,
quick.
you're fast. Like, how
I am
fast are you at
fast.
painting? How fast are you at painting? I just don't know.
I'm getting a lot quicker. Let's
Oh,
put it
okay.
that way. So it's not going to take that long. What I'm going to do, the reason why there's going to be an extra piece left over, like extra piece of art, is because I'm going to scan this in and print it out on a 11 by 17 piece of paper and
Right.
paint that. So you guys will have the option to go on Chimera's his campaign, and buy either the sketch or the painted piece of art. Not all of it though, because some of it's going towards my Chainsaw Man.
For fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, we got 30 days left. Because like at the end of July, everything would be done, so I'd start printing and just shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not going to do every show based on Testament. Like, I still have to knock out some Six Gun Gorilla. So
Oh, okay.
we're going to be splitting this up a little bit, like doing maybe 1 or 2 shows a week doing Six Gun Gorilla, and 1 or 2 shows a week doing Testament.
Yeah, there's only like 8 pages.
Yeah.
No, we got one knocked out, so 7 more.
I'll paint it live or whatever to kind of. I'm going to make some of these bikers kind of ball headed with garbage on their shoulders. I'll tell you about that. Like,
Yeah, you told me.
Sweet. Yeah, because we're going for that Road Warrior esque look with these bastards.
Well, I also like the scene in Akira when Connie does gang are fighting the clowns.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Yeah. Did you base any of that on Akira? Any of
Just a little bit, like the Badlands, and I just like motorcycles.
I like motorcycles too. I used to hate drawing them though. I had to do some serious fucking research before actually attempting to do any of this artwork. Because I was like, what kind of motorcycles am I going to do? And then I was like, I don't want to do all of the same bike. Like, I think I want to do some of them that look kind of dangerous, kind of like fantasy choppers or some shit like that, and
get to the chopper.
And do some because I used to airbrush motorcycles, and like I used to have to do these custom builds, right? Like these guys would, like, they had engineering degrees and all kinds of shit like that, and they would design their bikes to be like these crazy fantasy pieces. It was artwork, dude. It was complete artwork. And yeah, so I figured maybe some of these bikes in the future could look kind of crazy.
Yeah, like Carl has like in the opening scene, he has like a quad bike, so he like has an expensive looking bike, and then it gets bombed.
I thought I was looking through your book, like not your book, but the pages you had available, and it looked like in most of the scenes, like he had a pretty standard like motorcycle, and a lot of it. And I was like, okay, well that's cool, but the rest of the bikers don't have to have that, I guess. Yeah. What do you think about them having weapons made out of junk?
Yeah, that's fine. Like there's these guns don't operate like Earth. There's like plasma rifles and stuff.
No. I'm talking about like a battle axe made out of a saw blade or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they carry weapons as well, like swords and shit.
Yeah. So I thought that might be cool too, or a baseball bat with a baby doll head on top of it.
I gotta go. It's 1:15 here.
I gotta go too, because my old lady's gonna kill me if I don't check out. So we never quite finished that panel.
I really like Sigurd right there in panel 2. God, that looks really good.
Yeah, I'm going for that Bisley look on all of this, so it's gonna be pretty cool to go ahead and paint it up, and let's see what we got here. We got Jay Martinez over here with me as well. After Endgame, I stopped watching MCU unless something happens that changed the whole nonsense that's happening now in pop culture that I'm happy to not watch. No, I totally agree. Like,
Yeah.
I'm with you. All right, what we got here? I am. I'm going to be straight, like I told you guys, dude. That's why I gave you such a long wait time on it. That's not saying that you're going to have to wait that long. That's just saying that I have to knock out some work in between. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be painting your commissions live on here as soon as I can get this page out, these pages out, and the other stuff. Like, yeah, that's. I mean, I think I put like a December or September due date on those commissions, so. I know it's a little while away, but trust me when I say this, it'll be worth it. And Mr. Martinez, I have one of yours completed. And that's what we're talking about right here. All right. All right. I got to get out of here. You
Yeah,
guys take it easy. And we'll see you later.